Hey guys, today we're going to try to replicate another lure. We're going to paint a S-crank body style, and we're going to try to replicate this black and silver by Rebel Lures. Now, the reason I'm going to replicate this, and there's a story that goes with it, and I'm afraid you're going to have to get the story that's part of this deal. A few years ago, I was fishing a small pond using an old Rebel lure of this pattern, and actually it was one that came out of my dad's tackle box. It might have been 40, 50 years old or more. Anyway, I'd caught a lot of fish with that, and then I lost it. Got snagged up into something, lost it, line broke off, and I was sick. I thought, man, I just felt bad. I lost a good lure, but I lost a lure that came from my dad's tackle box, and I really regretted it. Well, 3 weeks later, I'm back at the same pond fishing, and I notice a stick bobbing around in the water, about 6 inches of that stick sticking out. So it took me quite a few casts with a lure. I finally hooked the stick. I bring the stick back in, and as I was bringing it in, I knew I had more than just a stick, but it ended up with a stick, a bunch of fishing line, a catfish, and then in that corner of that catfish's mouth was my fishing lure I lost 3 weeks earlier. So I'd got my lure back, and today I still have that lure. It looks just like it did when it came out of that catfish. I'm not cleaning it up. We're going to leave it just the way it is. I guarantee it's never going to hit the water again. And looking at it this way is always going to remind me about how I lost it and how I got it back and the whole story behind it all. But anyway, for today, we're going to take an S-crank. We're going to do it in the black and silver. Try to replicate this pattern. And let me see if this will still catch fish the way that one did. Stick with me. Alright guys, like I said, this is going to be really simple. Here is the Rebel lure. As you can see, we're just black, silver. We got a little bit of red up under the lip up there. I do believe I have some yellow eyes, so we could probably put yellow eyes in it. We'll see when the time comes. But for now, let's get him started. Let's just do your basic white to start with. And get that top coat on. So we go from there. As I said, this will be a real, very simple, very easy pattern to paint. Not trying to do anything complicated or wraps or anything. I just want to duplicate a lure that has caught a lot of fish for me. But for the heck of it, let's duplicate it in a different body style and see what happens. Alright, there's our white. That's all we need. Let me wash this out. 2 kinds of paint, silver and black. We'll get started. Now, for the belly, I almost thought about just going to the Rattle Can Chrome. Put a chrome belly on it, but I thought, nah, I really didn't feel like I wanted to do that. So we're going to go Createx Pearl Silver. Again, a pearlized paint. We'll do their silver. And I think we'll get it close enough. It's not going to be chrome, but that's okay. I don't know if I really wanted chrome anyway. Now in this case, I've gone quite a bit farther up the side because that lure just has the black right down the very back. So I brought it up maybe a little farther than I normally would, or maybe I'm going to say I'm going to let the black drift down a little less than I normally would. That's good enough. Alright, let's go with our black next. We'll clean up and move on. Alright, for the back, we're going to go ahead and stay with the pearlized colors, the Createx Pearl Black. We'll put this again right down. We're not going to let it go down. This has got it just basically a little bit down the side, but not much. So we're going to try to stay as close to on top as we can. We'll do that by standing a little closer with the gun. And there we are. I need a little more over here, this side. There we go. Now, I'm going to change up just a little bit. Well, let's see. You know what? We're going to just, I'm going to darken in a little on the nose in front of the eyes, but then we'll let that stay then. Just a little right down the front. We'll let that stay dark. All right. Now, I'm going to dry this really good, and we're going to get back, get a little bit of red. Man, that almost looks like pink on theirs, doesn't it? I'm going to use red instead of pink, okay? Put a little red up in there. We can't get any up in front of the bill the way theirs is. They got more in front of the bill than behind it. Well, I'll put ours in behind the bill. All right, we're ready for a little bit of red. And we'll go with our Createx Transparent Bright Red. We're going to need a little spot right up here. Let me tone this air pressure down a little for this. I don't think I need 40 pounds here. There's about 15 or 20. All right. Just going to go right up. And I'm going to spray this way so more hits the bill so I don't get too far up. As you can see, most of the paint went actually on the tape, not on the lure itself. That's what I want, just that little bit from the eye hook back here to the bill. All right, we're going to call this one good. We'll see if I got some yellow eyes. I'm going to see if they'll fit in this one. If I got, then I'll put the yellow eyes in this, put a top coat. We'll go from there. Well, there you go, guys. My shot at replicating the Rebel lure in a S-crank body style. Hopefully, we'll get her out one of these first days. We'll see if we can catch some fish with it. Thanks for sticking with me. Subscribe to the channel if you would. Hope to see you again real soon.